Hey there, welcome back to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Hank from Finding Dory. So I'm going to draw the character facing forward just to make it a little bit simpler for you. So from the left to right, along the top of the eyes, I'm going to draw a curve. This is for the upper eyelid. Straight across. Now from here, I'm going to split this in half and draw one curve going up on the left side and one curve going up on the right side. So start on the left side here, I'm going to curve down to the bottom of the eye and back up right in the middle. So curving up to the middle. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So starting in the middle this time, we'll curve down to the bottom of the eye and out to the corner of that line there. Let's draw in the iris and pupils. So up here, in the middle of this curve, I'm going to draw sort of a half circle tucked in underneath the eyelid. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Curve down and back up. Now we're going to draw a little highlight circle on the top left corners of each eye. So up here, I'm going to draw a little circle, like a half circle tucked in underneath. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to draw the pupil tucked in underneath that highlight. So this curve around the iris, we're just going to step in and just trace the inside edge and color that in black. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So starting at the bottom of the highlight, we'll curve around and tuck that in underneath the eyelid and we'll color that in black. Now let's draw in some eye bags. So from this corner of the eye, we're going to curve down a little bit lower and then come back up to the point in the middle of the eyes. So coming down, and then pulling that back up. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Starting from the middle, curve down, and then to the side of the eye. Now we're going to drop this brow down on the left side and raise the one on the right. So to do this simply, we're going to start on the edge here and curve around and back on top in the middle. So we're going to go up and bring that down. On the right side, we're going to go a little bit higher and then pull that back down to the corner here. So go up higher, and then we'll just pull that back down. Now let's draw in the little bits inside, just the curves, just to show a little bit of the eyelid. So right here on the left side, we're going to start from this corner and just curve in, but we're not going to close it off on the inside. It's going to curve like this. On the right side, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to start up on the inside and curve down. So it kind of goes like this. So there's a little bit of a gap there. Let's draw the top of the head. The top of the head is going to tuck in behind the eye. Starting on the left side, we're just going to draw a little curve going right into that eye there. Now we're going to draw the body coming down on the sides to the tentacles, but along the side here, he's got these little gills that stick out. So on the side of the eye here, I'm going to curve out. Curve out on both sides. They kind of look like little bells. From here, I'm going to curve in with a short curve going in towards the body. Now from here, I'm going to start on the left side and work my way around, working in some tentacles, and then we'll go to the right side, because they don't really have to match the left and the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little overlap here and just curve down and then towards the left. This is the top edge of one of the tentacles. Now before I get into the rest of this tentacle, I'm going to draw the one in front first because this overlaps the one in the back. So to do this simply, I'm just going to come right about here. I'm going to draw a curve going down. So you can see it gets a little bit wider. This is going to be one tentacle here and then one behind it. From here I'm going to do an overlap. I'm going to do an overlap with a curve going up and then down. Now from here I'm going to curve and flip up the tip of this tentacle here. Now we're going to curve back up to here, but we're going to get a little bit wider as we go. So starting back at the tip, I'm going to curve up and right in between the little hump here. Now from here I'm going to go down and do a little overlap and curve the bottom of this tentacle going up and then just down to the bottom of the body here. So right here I'm going to curve up towards the center. Now I'm going to flatten this out. So I'm just going to curve down like that. Let's go back to this side and just finish off the other tentacles. So from here, I'm going to do a little step in and just swirl the second tentacle around. So it kind of comes around like this and just swirls in on itself right about there. Now I'm going to take that point and again, going to get a little bit wider as I come down this way. So going a little bit wider as I swirl around that. Now from here, as I get past this curve here, I'm going to curve back around this point. So curving around, and then I'm going to pull this in behind that front tentacle here. Now for the back, I'm just going to show another one just tucked in behind this arm. So right here, I'm just going to curve up like that. And then we're going to pull that back in, getting a little bit wider as you get back towards the body. Now before I do any of the little suction cups and all that detail, I'm going to go to the right side and just fill this one in too. So let's draw in the front tentacle here first. So from this point, I'm going to curve down this way. I'm going to have a tentacle coming across the front of the body. let's do an overlap here. And I'm going to draw a curve going up, and it's going to curve back down in the front like this. Okay, so it's a little curve, little wave. Now from here, I'm going to curve back out. So it gets wider as it comes down, and then right about here, I'm going to swirl around. Now I'm going to come back up, sort of like I did here. I'm going to curve up, and just stop right about there. Let's draw one more in behind here. So this one I'm going to have coming down, it's going to swing around this way. So what we'll do is I'm going to do an overlap here, come down with a curve, and just pull it over to the right side like that. From here I'm going to do again like a little overlap so it looks like the tentacle sort of pulling in behind itself. I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to do a curve, comes around, and then I'm going to pull that up at the tip. Just pull that back in. So I'm going to pull that back in, around, and it gets a little bit wider again, and I pull that back around this curve this way. Now I'm going to do an overlap because it's going to look like it's sort of bent on itself. Up here, I'm going to curve overlapping that line around. So I'm going to go around this little point here, and I pull this back in behind the front tentacle. Let's draw one more in the back here. So here, I'm just going to draw a curve like this and go up. We're going to pull that back in again, getting wider as we come down in towards the body. Now, let's go ahead. Actually, I want to draw a little bit more of an eye bag here. So up here, I'm just going to draw a curve pulling out toward the left, and one pulling out towards the right. It kind of looks like the actual tentacles are pulling and dragging the eyes down here. So we want to draw a secondary sort of layer inside just to show the under part of these tentacles. So what we want to do is I'm going to draw a little curve along this edge. Starting up here, I'm going to curve around, and it gets wider and tucks in behind that tentacle there. Let's go ahead and draw one here. So starting at the top here, I'm going to curve around and then pull that in underneath that arm like this. And then under here, I'm going to do an overlap and curve to the bottom of the body there. Let's do one over here on this side. So along here, I'm going to draw a curve. It gets a little bit wider along the outside edge and then pulls in like this. I'm going to draw one along this side. So up here, curving around this arm, and then just tapering out so it kind of vanishes as we get past here. On this side, I'm going to take this point here, curve around, and again, just let it vanish off like that. We're going to draw a few very simple little suction cups. So under here, I'm just going to draw like a half circle. I'm going to leave a little space, and we draw a few little half circles along the bottom of these tentacles. Kind of like this. We draw a few along here. Draw one here, here. Let's draw a couple down here as well. So I'm going to draw one here. And again, leaving a little bit of space in between. Add a few more here. Let's add some along this edge here. So coming along this way. Actually, I might want to add some along this side because I want to show that the tip actually has some suction cups as well. This way. Add a few along this bottom edge. So you can see that I'm just repeating this all the way around, just the areas that it's actually facing downwards. So this, just the down side of the tentacles, not on the upper side, just the lower edge of the tentacles here. Maybe I'll add a few on this side, like that. Maybe a couple more over on here, that. You can always just go back and add where you think you need them, but that's pretty much it. There's a very simple Hank from Finding Dory. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.